Have you ever stopped and wondered if the volunteer hours you put in actually make a difference? It's a tough question for sure, but today we're diving into a new model that promises to answer it by making good deeds, well, measurable. Let's take a look at how technology is trying to bring some serious transparency to the world of social impact. So let's just start with that big central question. How do you actually measure a good deed? For decades, the nonprofit world has kind of struggled with this. You donate your time, you give money, but how do you really know it moved the needle? This whole issue of trust and proof is exactly what we're going to unpack today. And that leads us straight into our first section, proving your impact. Because let's be honest, having good intentions is great. It's the starting line. But the real challenge, it's showing that you've actually crossed the finish line with results you can point to. Think about it for a second. In this whole social sector, connecting the dots between what you do and the outcome is incredibly hard. Without a clear system, everything can feel a bit scattered, donors get a little nervous, and the real impact becomes more of a hopeful guess instead of a verified fact. And that's the very problem this new wave of tech-driven volunteering is trying to solve. So what's the answer then? Well, it lies in what the source material calls the transparency engine. The best way to think about it is like a digital bridge, one built specifically to connect all those good intentions with results that are verifiable and documented. Right at the heart of this whole engine is something called the Charitean portal. You can picture it as the central nervous system for a social program. Its entire reason for being is to take all the guesswork out of the equation. It does this by creating one single, shared, and totally transparent space for every single person involved. Okay, now what's really cool about this is how it connects all four key players. You've got the NGOs who plan and manage the work. Then you have the donors who fund it and get to see verified updates, not just hopeful reports. The beneficiaries, of course, receive the actual support. And right there in the middle, you see the volunteers. They're the ones implementing the activities and documenting the progress. It creates this perfect closed loop where everyone is accountable to everyone else. It's brilliant. So this brings us to the volunteer. And in this system, their role gets a complete makeover. They're not just an extra pair of hands anymore. No way. They are now the on-the-ground auditors, the human sensors collecting the critical data that makes this entire thing work. And this quote from the source material just says it all, doesn't it? You are the bridge between planning and real impact. The volunteer is that essential human link between a plan you see on a computer screen and a real, tangible change happening in a community. Without them, this whole system of measurement and verification just falls apart. So, what does this actually look like in the real world? Well, volunteers are running structured lessons, they're helping teachers, but here's the key part. They are collecting field updates, they're uploading photos, tracking progress, and documenting what's actually happening. They bring credibility and accuracy to every single thing they do, turning what used to be just stories into hard, verifiable data. And this slide just illustrates that transformation perfectly. We're moving away from unverified claims and towards measurable results. We're going from these ambiguous contributions to documented, provable progress. The volunteer's role literally shifts from just showing up to actively proving the impact of their work. It's a massive change. Now, this whole system isn't just about getting more from volunteers. It's also designed to give more back to them. This is all about creating a genuine win-win, where structured, verified work leads to real, tangible, professional rewards for the volunteer. It's actually a pretty simple give-and-take process. Step 1, volunteers contribute their time and their skills. Step 2, the system digitally verifies and records every bit of that contribution. And then, Step 3, in return, volunteers get something incredibly valuable: certified, documented experience that they can actually use in their own lives and career. In fact, the source material points out 5 key advantages that make this a really compelling deal. This isn't just about feeling good anymore. It's about building a better future for yourself at the same time. Let's break down how this model turns volunteer work into a powerful career-building tool. First up, and this might be the most important one, volunteers gain real-world, verifiable skills. And we're not talking about vague concepts. We're talking project execution, data collection, communication, classroom management. These are practical abilities that are super valuable in pretty much any career path you can think of. Now, here's the real game changer. Every single hour you contribute is digitally logged. Volunteers earn these things called Charitean volunteer credits and official certificates. This creates a verified service history, which can be a huge deal for your resume, for college admissions, or for scholarship applications. It basically turns your volunteering into a tangible asset. Oh, and it doesn't stop there. Volunteers get to tap into this nationwide network of professionals, which can open up all sorts of doors for future opportunities. They earn digital badges that show off their specific achievements, and they get the flexibility to pick roles that actually match their passions and their schedules. It's a whole system designed for their growth. So when you put it all together, what does it add up to? You've got transparency, accountability, and mutual benefit all working together. You have to wonder, could this be the start of a whole new era for community service? This single sentence just captures the ultimate goal perfectly. It's about taking that powerful human impulse, kindness, and channeling it through a system that makes its impact undeniable, visible for everyone to see.